We're alive.
Awesome.
We're live for the biannual podcast where discussion of LEGO Battles competitive. We're making some tier lists discussing if anything should be banned or unbanned, all the things like that. We just finished the 17th anniversary tournament. We have both the finalists from that tournament, and we have Shrip, who is the champion of New Players Weekend.
And nothing else. My qualifications are through the roof.
So we have the current hero bans. These two have Hotwire. They've been banned ever since the start of online. These two got banned about a week or 2 weeks after online started. They made the meta absolutely unbearable with EMP and defense boosts, and there's quite literally nothing else you could do. You just spam them in cruise rods. And then this guy got banned about a year ago because he had about a 95% pick rate and just made pretty much every other hero irrelevant.
Well,
But now in the current,
apologize.
Like new players weekend, like people just like wouldn't pick him. Sort of the bottom line is that it's either Hotwire or like heroes with defense boost and a stun.
yep,
It's like a
So now
genuine
that-
issue because when you have both of the arguably strongest boosts in the game and one of the strongest spells, it just makes for a perfect hero to rush with, and to like even on bigger maps make sure no one can rush you.
he only wasn't dominant on water maps, but I would say water maps probably aren't the most popular maps to play on, so it really didn't matter. But now that he's gone, we have a pretty healthy meta, and I would say probably 5 or 6 heroes have seen playtime in serious settings in the tournament, not just playing Kahuka for the memes. Lots of heroes are played seriously now, including some that no one thought would be played seriously.
And we might come to this later, but I think one thing that helps with hero variety is the Gold Brick nerf. They used to pay out 1,000 in the era of Classic Space, then he was banned. And then just a couple months after, they were nerfed to 400, and that makes a lot of different strategies viable.
Yeah.
Group of 9 is still good, but it's fallen off, especially on smaller maps, and it's not the only like big strategy.
Are gold bricks also nerfed on vanilla?
Yes, no and rebalanced.
So instead of 1,000, they now give
Actually,
out
this is the
400
first.
per brick.
Yep. This is actually the first vanilla tournament we've done with it. The last tournament still had 1,000 back last November, I think.
And already, like, even in, like, the finals where, like, both players were playing, like, really seriously, there were still 3 different heroes picked, and that was just in the finals. You go, like, onto the rest of the tournament, and that expands to maybe double the amount, versus before it was, like, just Classic and, like, maybe Sheriff.
In all honesty,
So
having basically a 60% nerf, I feel like that is very much to show how much of a difference needed to be made in order for the economy to be a little less toxic.
yeah, it's not just 3t3 city anymore.
Before rushing, like, yeah, you technically could, and, like, Classic was admittedly great for it, but things that made rushing good also made bigger strategies better. They paid out 1,000, so, like, if you have that many bricks to spare, you know, why stop at 8 troopers when you can just build up an entire army before your opponent can even get to your base with those 8 troopers? So it was really just, like, specials dominant, and now specials are still obviously, like, very, very good. They're still the best units in the game, but you can still rush, and so it pretty much just adds in more strategies that couldn't be done before without really nerfing any of the special heavy stuff.
For context, the Alien Assault Ship, which is the most powerful tier 3 and probably the most rushed tier 3 in the game, costs 750 golden bricks. And before the nerfs, you could get 1.3 Alien Assault Ships out per brick, and now you cannot even get one.
And now you have to fly around and get 2 gold bricks just to build up another assault ship.
Yeah,
All 4 of them cost 3,000 bricks, which was 3 gold brick pickups. So in the old meta, you quite have to harvest most of the time, and you could use all your builders to just pump units out. But now you need a lot more gold bricks. In fact, if you don't harvest, you pretty much need to pick up all 10 to even do anything, unless you're rushing, of course. And even then, you need 2 to 3 bricks instead of just 1.
We are getting quite out of topic now. Let us discuss heroes and their viability in the current in the current context of vanilla LEGO battles.
Should we just go in order,
Alright.
or should we, like, try and start with the S tiers and work our way down?
I believe we start with
We
the
can do
currently
that.
playable heroes, and then we just go who's left to right.
Yep. So Queen is currently the best hero in the game. She pretty much has no weaknesses. She has defense boost, speed boost, which is great for boosting specials. So if you're playing either Ballista Rush or 3T3, the best hero for that. She has Earthquake, which does about 250 damage on average, which really can wreck Trooper Rush, and she does well against that. And she's good on water maps, she's good on small maps, she's good on large ground maps as well. Really nothing holding her back. However, unlike Classic Space, she isn't to a point where she's really a nuisance. She's just consistent and strong rather than overpowered.
Yeah, that's the thing. She doesn't have any like specific niche. She is just the safest pick in the current meta. If you do not want to like try and cheese other people with Sheriff's EMP or Alien Queen's ESP, she is probably the safest pick for you.
I feel like the other top tier heroes, they have almost sort of like gimmicks because they have like a stun, or like we'll get to the one top tier who doesn't have a stun, but Queen is the only top tier, arguably, who has defense boost, and that's almost like her gimmick in a way. Defense boost is a very, very good spell, and the only real way to stop it is either by rushing really, really quickly or by picking someone else on a large map, and that's really it. She's not quite as dominant as Classic was because she doesn't have a stun herself. She's very, very strong, but she does have some slightly concerning matchups.
I would say I don't have an exact number, but I would say in matches played over the tournament, she's probably played 40 to 50% of the time, is my guess. I could be wrong, but
Basically, you almost have to pick her on a water map. You don't. It's not
yeah,
forced, but like, who else are you gonna pick?
exactly.
I believe this is actually a good segue for our next hero, who is banned on water maps and is currently slightly more picked than he was before.
Sheriff is a pretty gimmicky hero. When Classic Space was around, he was actually the second strongest hero in the game because he had EMP, which can completely stun a strategy like 3T3 right in their tracks. But as gold bricks got nerfed and other things, the overall meta switched from group of nine to more rush base. He's just kind of fallen off a little. I would say he's picked not that often. In fact, the four heroes that like I would say consist of the meta, he's actually the least played of them.
In order to show you how bad he is with the current cast, he is the only legal used hero with EMP, the ability that can stun enemy specials. So he does not perform as well, given that his other spells and stats aren't as good as to say it's compete with someone like Queen.
He has the worst stats in the game. He has 2 damage, 1 speed, 900 health, and he has no defense boost, artillery, and his only saving grace is EMP. However, I would say he's still very strong on the two biggest maps in the game, which are, of course, Pulsar and Devil's Horn, where rushing is pretty much impossible, and you are forced to do some strategy that's mainly specials, which is what he excels at.
Mediocrity, given that you probably use them the most during the tournament and even in the tournament finals match, where would you put him?
I would personally put him. It's weird because on two maps, maybe two and a half, he is the best hero. But he's a pretty big risk on everything else. Like I picked him specifically because he was a counter pick. It wasn't, I normally you would just pick Queen. You would think that EMP would be really, really good against like Ballista Rush, for example. Like, oh yeah, I can stun the specials, but it actually isn't. Defense boost is just that good, and so is Earthquake. So with that said, you can really only pick him if you're going for like a long-term strategy. It's just to counter 3T3 or opposing group of 9. With that said, I think I'd put him low A, maybe top of B, but probably low A just because he is the best hero on two maps. Just like, some other heroes we'll get to.
I want to just point out his matchup versus Queen overall. About a year ago, when we first banned Classic, we thought Sheriff would kind of be a hero who counters Queen, just based on their head-to-head group of nines. But if you go into it more, build a strategy slower due to his lower stats, mainly speed, and that's also only assuming a late game strategy, since Queen has basically a flat damage, a linear damage, where like while Sheriff kind of specials no matter what tier they are. So if you have Ballista Rush, which is one of the more used strategies that consists of cheap specials, they have really low health but high damage. Queen can do over half of their health to the opposing ballistas, but at the same time, essentially double the health of hers. While Sheriff is stunning the ballistas no matter what, and he's not really like boosting the damage against it, which is why he kind of doesn't counter Queen, in my opinion.
Sheriff's the only reason you're gonna counterpick him is to counter 3T3 or quad assault ship, but really just 3T3. Or if you're both doing group of 9, and the list, that is the end of the list. So it really, really limits his usefulness.
Yeah, with that being said, he the role he has no competition really, but just as times move on, his niche has gotten less and less. And I would say he's the best here on 2 maps, and probably only you should all consider him on a few more maps, so maybe 5 maps total.
To finish off, the only other heroes with the ability to stun specials are banned because they are so powerful. Meanwhile, Sheriff is allowed because he's so weak. He does have a place in the meta where he does counterpick certain special heavy strategies, but he is not a consistent nor a good pick on shorter maps. Instead of stunning special units, I believe we should talk about a legal hero that can stun normal units.
And there's 2 of them. We'll start. I guess we can just talk about both of them together. So it's
I'll get
Alien
this out of the way. I think Alien Queen's the only other S tier. Um, and
Yes.
yeah, Alien Commander's somewhere in A.
Yeah. So the 2 of them essentially do the same role. They have the exact same spells. They have speed boost, attack boost, which not having defense boost does sound bad, but in the context of early game trooper rushing, that actually can be the best combo due to trooper's low speed. They have ESP, which once again is the best early game spell, and they do have Crystal Cache, which is a late game spell, so realistically it doesn't do too much. You can be annoying and like spam trees all over your base, but for the most part, you're just not going to use it on these 2 heroes. Between the 2 of them, Alien Commander has 100 more hit points, but Alien Queen is quite a bit faster, and usually Alien Queen is better due to the strategy Trooper Rush being the scenario where you pick these 2 units the most, and obviously Alien Queen can just move across the map quicker and is better on offense. But if you are deliberately camping, then that is where Alien Commander can come in.
I
I
will
feel
say,
like
oh, sorry.
through that lens, like Alien Queen, if you're gonna be trooper rushing, I mean you have to rush over, and she's not fast, but she's definitely faster than Alien Commander. So she exists to enable melee rushes, whereas Alien Commander really only exists as just a hard counter pick against them. He can't really enable them in the same way because you're just going to be too slow. Their big weakness is that if your opponent gets out specials, specifically like a catapult or an assault ship, or I guess a Tiki Golem, then they really, really struggle because they don't have defense boost or EMP like the other top tier heroes, so they really don't have a great way to deal with specials aside from just a mirror match. That's the best they can hope for.
Yeah, they're really, really strong early game within the first 90 seconds, but they do fall off quickly after that. But on a lot of the maps, you are attacking each other within those first 90 seconds, which is why both of them are so high on the list.
In all honesty, given the option, you rarely wish to pick Alien Commander over Alien Queen. Like,
Yeah,
especially knowing the power of ESP only goes down as the game progresses. You wish to push on that pressure, and I believe Alien Commander being one of the slowest units to actually move around, even on short maps, he is not gonna get you any gold breaks before your opponent. He's not gonna be able to rush with his units as effective as Alien Queen. So I do not see a realistic world where he would ever be the better option. Did I cut out?
Yeah, I feel like you pretty much hit on every other point. I guess these are, I guess, sort of the most iconic top tiers from the past maybe year or so. I guess we can talk about King since he's, I guess, Queen's counterpart. There really isn't that much to say. He's sort of similar to Alien Commander. Like, he's worse Queen. He trades speed for damage, and usually you'd prefer to have that speed. More speed means you can get gold bricks faster. You can rush over to your opponent faster. You get more options if you're getting rushed because you can move around and maybe stop other heroes. And the damage difference doesn't really play in his favor. You're not using your hero for damage. You're using them for usually spells. And the King's Earthquake and the Queen's Earthquake are, both have Earthquake. So
Yeah, I believe everything is said about, but I do not know if Alpha is here or not. He is not responding.
yeah, he's taking a small break. I think um I'll wait till he gets back. I think if we're comparing like the worst versions of heroes, like Alien Commander to King specifically, I could see a world where you pick Alien Commander because he does the one thing that he does better than Queen is defense. In theory, an Alien Commander Trooper Rush will beat an Alien Queen Trooper Rush, like if they both clash at the same time. In practice, it's just whoever lands ESP first. Um, but in the event, I don't know, somehow of a tie, that health does matter. We've seen instances where the health does matter. Um, Whereas King, like, the damage just isn't really as good. You don't really want to pick King um, almost ever. You maybe could, like, on a small water map like Black Seas, but that's that's really about it. So I'd personally also put King in A tier, but below Alien Commander. Maybe even B, but I guess for consistency, I'd probably go with A.
Everything
Wait,
that you have just said about King, can you just like reiterate it really quickly? I'm sorry.
Overall, he's just worse Queen, and there's actually another Earthquake user who's better than him in the current meta. And that's why he's the top of B tier. I think Commander X is a point of picking him, but King really doesn't at this point. But overall, if Queen and the other hero weren't there, he would be towards the top.
Basically, still a consistent pick, but no reason for him to be picked if Queen is also an option.
And then, I guess these just talk about Ninja Master next, who I think he was C or D tier when Classic Space was allowed, but now that Classic Space is banned, he's gone up quite a lot.
He's definitely
And
comfortably in the C tier.
yeah, he's really good on small maps, which are the majority of the maps. You may think that Alien, Queen, or Commander are his biggest enemies. In fact, it's really not. It's really anything with defense boosts, such as Queen or King, are actually better counters against him. But he's really fast. He can take your opponent by surprise. And once again, he's situational, but I would say on majority maps, he's definitely a decent pick. Which is why I would put him in A tier. And actually above Sheriff, since he's useful in more scenarios than Sheriff.
Yeah, I'd say that overall, I've used Ninja Master a lot. I would definitely rather face Alien Queen, even though she has ESP. Just because at least then, like, you can just rush out an assault ship like as fast as possible. Against Queen, you're never going to have defense boost, and she always is. So even if it's like a specials mirror match, like 3t3 versus 3t3, you're still at a disadvantage because she can defense boost. But with that said, yeah, he's still, one of the best heroes in the game. He's virtually risk-free on some maps, and has a really, really minimal risk on others because, I mean, you can't really get counter-rushed. So, yeah, I agree with that placement.
And I would say the other kind of rush hero that's in the last, I would say, month or so has gone up a lot is going to be Ghost. He, like King, is an Earthquake user, but if he has defense boost and attack boost, well, King has defense and speed, and defense and attack is really good in rushing, but not as good in late game. So actually, late game, King is probably a better hero. But the strategy with Ghost that he's really good at is the mount rush, where you build 2 or 3 mounts and you just rush your opponent. And it's actually arguably one of the best strategies against specials.
I am kind of biased towards Ghost because I believe he delivers offensively. Uh, but he's basically a slightly worse ninja master. But if you use him with just regular units, his value goes up exponentially. Especially
Yeah.
with both of the combat-oriented buffs being available, as well as Earthquake, which is currently the best damage spell in the game.
Yeah, and I doubt that'll
And
change anytime soon.
funny enough, he's probably the best hero against Ninja Master.
Yeah, he has both Earthquake to damage him and defense boost to protect the builders from being destroyed by Ninja Master's arrow volley.
Yep.
I think overall he has less situations where you'd want to use him than Queen. He's a bit he can't he can't speed boost his specials, but if we're comparing him against like King, for example, it's like, okay, would you rather have more HP and attack or just 1 speed? And even ignoring like boost, even if he had the same boost, I would take the 1 speed every single time.
Yeah.
And then the attack boost is just the cherry on top. I would put him either right above or right below Sheriff. Actually, I think he's really really good.
Yeah, and ironically, I think he's better than Sheriff. He may not have a map where he's dominant on, but just in more scenarios, he's
And
better than Sheriff.
especially as the meta has developed, he has become he has gone from being like a very worse alternative to a rush hero to a very consistent strategy in which he is the most picked hero.
I I would say in 95% of scenarios you should go Queen, but he has some cool stuff he can do with attack boost specifically, and it's not even if you do like just use defense boost, having 100 less health isn't the end of the world. So yeah, I think he's secret top tier that we haven't really, I guess, been using that much until recently.
Um, and then we have these 2 guys who are both almost good heroes, I would say. They both have attack and defense spell, which is really good for rushing. Unfortunately, this guy just has the better attack spell. They have trees, so they're good on water maps, but unfortunately, Queen has defense and speed, so she's better in that scenario. So overall, they just do something slightly worse than a top hero does.
Yeah, like
Yeah, poor Broadside really fell off. I think that the main reason is just despite all of his great attributes in Camilla too, Earthquake is just that good of a spell. It's so good that Ghost is an entire tier above, despite having worse stats.
Yeah, overall, they're, I would say, almost good.
And it's the same thing with basically with Queen and King. The game was not designed with competitive formatting in mind, so a lot of the heroes, especially the campaign heroes, are very similar. So when one is obviously the best in that role, there is no real reason to pick any of the other ones.
Yeah, pretty much. I think between the two, Camilla's better because of her speed, but no, I think they're both B tier.
And then I would say there's one more kind of meta hero, and this is Troll King. He's, I would say, another hero that's risen a little bit recently, and he is there because of his logging buff. He actually has Roar, which is almost the same as Earthquake. Does a little bit less damage, but it doesn't shake the screen as much. But I would say it's comparable. Doesn't have defense boost, which is a big problem, but the real reason you pick him is logging buff. On certain water maps, it's actually really helpful if you want to go quad assault ship and not 3T3. But even then, he's still very niche on those maps. and I would say he's kind of like in this almost usable tier.
I think bigger water maps, like the one that comes to mind is Kahuka Strait. If you're playing on a small water map, you really need defense boost, but like on Kahuka Strait, it helps you get out quad assault ship faster, of course, which is a pretty good counter to 3T3 on paper. And does the lack of defense boost doesn't really matter because it takes more than 10 seconds to get to the base anyway. So he could be pretty good, but I would usually just pick Queen on all water maps.
His niche of being the economy hero is very poorly thought out because his economy spell takes up a very valuable spell slot, which I do not think is powerful enough to be justified to be picked. Like,
Actually, on maps where you can get gold bricks easily, it's just not worth it.
exactly. He would have been a better character in a game that has different economy than the current very quick playstyle of LEGO Battles. Regardless, his uh, Earthquake clone spells and pretty good stats do also give him an edge above the other heroes we'll talk about later.
At least he's good on really big maps in Gold Rush, so hooray, there's that.
Yeah. So I would say these 10 heroes are probably the only 10 heroes you should consider playing.
And the value of each goes
And obviously,
down exponentially with it.
yeah, these two, realistically, if you only played like even these four, I would say you're doing well. And now we have,
you can solo main Queen and be fine.
yeah. And now we have these guys who I would say there's never really a scenario to seriously pick them, but obviously, of course, some are still better than others. I'm not going to go too far into it, but I believe that Forestman is the best of them, and I would say he's like almost meta due to him being decent in the Ballista Rush strategy, but he just gives up way too much compared to Queen. And then these other guys, Space Police Captain, Conquistador, and Dwarf King are all kind of okay-ish because they have defense boost, but they really just don't have anything to offer compared to these top-tier heroes. The only exception would be Dwarf King because his Thunderhammer spell on paper is really strong, and that's the problem. It's only on paper. In reality, the spell is very bugged, and it's very easy to miss or just have it bug out and do nothing.
Also, he is
Yeah,
pretty slow. Dwarf King is not viable in any offensive strategies, and even as a defensive hero, you clearly have much better options.
I think for the ranged
Yeah.
heroes, I would consider picking them if they had Earthquake or Roar, just to show how good the spell that is. But right now, like their only use is they can stay close to range specials and heal them, which that's better against Sheriff. But like, wow, congrats! Everything else also beats Sheriff, so they really don't have much of a point.
Quick note about Space Police Captain. For those who are unaware, he has a dead spell. His entire gimmick is that he has a tracking spell, which is able to give vision on a unit, which already has to be in range of the spell's effect, and then also lasts a very, very low amount of time, making it practically useless, especially in a fast-paced scenario where when you see your enemy, it's probably already gonna be in form of two armies meeting each other.
Yeah, same with Forestman. And then both these guys have Mind Buff, which is another pretty useless spell. Mind bricks and only pay out 25 bricks every 2 seconds, which isn't very fast. The Mind Buff doubles the payout of the mine, but most of the mines are out of position already, and there's just never a scenario where it's going to be useful.
Does the
And like
nerf to gold bricks actually give mines like even a thought about using them?
No.
one more thing, I guess about Dwarf King, and we can get to this here in a minute. I would honestly put him below Pirates, personally. I'd rather have defense boost and a spell that always works, even if it's bad, then defense boost and a coin flip.
Hmm. And yeah, speaking of the pirates, I would say they're both D tier. Overall, they are worse, just generally worse Conquistador. They both have crab spells, which is the way they deal their most damage, which is not a great spell, but not too bad. Conquistador has damage buff, and these guys have speed buff. Generally, for lower tier heroes, this damage buff is going to be better, just because they're really only good early game.
I completely agree. I have nothing else to say about the pirate heroes.
And then I would say the final D tier hero is the man, the myth, the legend, King Kahuka. He used to be the worst hero in the game, but now that the meta is more early game, I would say he's not as bad because he has the same stats as Dwarf King. Um, that is that he does have pretty bad spells, but if you can aim Coconut Storm, it can take out Specials Factory if you're doing some kind of rush with him. Once again, there's never a scenario where you pick him, but for these like bad heroes, he's really not the worst.
I think the one thing Kahuka has is that he has something unique none of the other heroes can do. Versus like the wizard faction heroes, both of them, they're wizard's just a worse troll king, and troll king already has problems.
Yeah, and then these two guys are just F tier.
They are
Um,
unplayable.
they have lightning, which is just worse. Roar, worse earthquake, worse pretty much anything. They have fireball, which is useless, and they have no defense boost.
For the sake of the tier list, can you just elaborate on why both of the spells are unusable in the current competitive aspect of LEGO Battles?
Lightning isn't unusable. In fact, Sheriff who is or Sheriff and Broadside who have artillery. It's pretty much the same spell, but it's instant rather than ranged. So for this spell, you have to select the spell and then click on a spot you want to shoot it. Where if you click the lightning, it just shoots. But either way, lightning is basically half of earthquake. It only does half the damage and it costs the same. And Fireball is the weakest damage spell in the game. It costs 400 bricks and it only does about 60 damage, which takes about 3 4 hits to even kill a builder, which is just not ideal. It is ranged, but you're not going to pay 400 mana to do that. You're just going to shoot another lightning 200 mana later. Between them, Wizard has better HP, while Sorceress has better speed, so they are interchangeable. But I would say Wizard is probably the better of the two. And this does kind of contradict like the top tier options, but you have to realize this is 1,100 health versus 900, not 1,000 versus 900.
It's basically double the difference compared to the regular hero changes.
Yeah. And then the last hero is none other than Santa, who is basically just budget ninja master. In theory, he looks good on paper. His attack is the only one that does splash damage, and it does range damage, and it's the strongest range damage. Not spell, but like general fire, their primary attack. But his spells, he does not have a damage spell, which really hurts him. Force spell might sound cool, but him being a teleport hero, he is meant to be an early game hero, and Force spell is a late game spell. He does have defense and speed. Defense boost is great, but um, he's just not good in any scenario because he has no damage spell.
Yeah, that's his one thing is that every other hero, even like Dwarf King, can like have some sort of AoE, whereas this guy, the only thing that he really has is defense boost, which I would argue is still better Wizard and Sorceress because defense boost is that good, but you still really shouldn't pick anyone in F tier.
the thing is, design-wise, I believe Santa tries to do too many things at once. It tries to go rush in with the teleport, making him an early game before even any of you set up their third farm hero, but he does not have the damage in order to do any considerable damage to the base. He is running defense and speed boost, which also makes him a great late game option with the forest, but you also then just don't have a fourth spell. You do not have any damage to contest stuff like Queen or even lower tiers stuff like Broadside or Ghost. So he's trying to do both early game, late game defense and offensive things at the same time, which don't work out as well.
And also, he is arguably the worst late game hero. In Group of 9, which is the most late game strategy, I would say he's actually a worse pick than Kahuka in it. Just because he has no damage spell and his ranged nature kind of screws him. But I would say overall he's better than Wizard or Sorceress, despite being worse in those scenarios due to him being better early game.
I agree.
Yeah, I think this tier list honestly looks pretty like accurate overall. Did anyone have any suggestions to move anything around?
I would
I guess the only
honestly move probably Kahuka above Dwarf King, purely because he is used more even as a meme, and probably him being used more has led to people experimenting into more favorable scenarios with him.
Yeah, I guess it's obviously the better player you are, Dwarf King becomes better. In theory, Dwarf King is about the same strength as Broadside, but obviously that's if his hammer hits.
His hammer is great, but we just talked about why Santa is bad because of no damaging spell. So if Dwarf King also doesn't have a damaging spell 50% of the time, that's really, really bad.
Yeah. I think I would say the only debate is between these three heroes who are kind of have their own niche, but are obviously generally just worse overall than these three heroes, especially these two. Alien Commander is almost directly overclassed, while these guys or outclassed, while these guys kind of do their own thing. Hence why Alien Commander is the worst of the three. While these two, I could see it going either way.
For
But
context, Alpha, we
on
cannot see your mouse cursor.
oh, okay. But Ghost, Sheriff, pretty debatable. But I would say Ghost. You have to the current meta for smaller maps is one of three strategies. You either would play Queen and rush ballistas out. You would play either or Alien Queen and try to rush troopers out. Usually 8 is a good amount. Or you would play Ghost and sometimes Alien Queen and build 2 mounts and rush the opponent's base. In general, it's kind of a rock paper scissors where the build times, obviously, it's this takes the longest, then this, then this. This you usually can arrive when they have no ballistas built. This doesn't arrive as fast, so this is a better strategy against the ballista rush. But Alien Queen obviously just stuns Ghost and the two mounts, and there's really nothing they can do, even if they are double boosted. So Ghost, obviously, there's more strategies. You could go into a 3T3. But overall, Ghost is like essentially a rock paper scissors pick on most maps. It's a skill based rock paper scissors. Obviously, it's not set in stone, but Ghost is really good on majority of the maps in the game, while Sheriff is really really good on 2 maps and not very good on the rest of the maps.
I have a question for you, Alpha.
Yeah.
A lot of this is in context of shorter maps. However, do you have any like footnote opinions about water and bigger maps and heroes that are like preferred on them?
Water maps, there's pretty much no other option but Queen. She has defense boost, speed boost, which helps assault chips the most. And she's fast, so she can move around if needed. On the large ground maps are by far, I would say, the most varied. There's three kind of ground maps, large ground maps. There is the biggest two, which is Pulsar and Devil's Horn, which is one you'd want to play Sheriff on because there's not really any opportunity to get rushed, and he is the best late game hero, especially since both sides likely are going to play specials. There is the Cornucopia maps, which are Junction and TriStar. In this scenario, Sheriff's still usable, but I would say Queen is still the better hero, and someone like Alien Queen would fall off quite a bit, and Ghost and Ninja Master. So you would play probably Queen, but you could probably play Sheriff and be fine. And on those maps, I would say Ballista Rush is still an option, but you'd mainly just want to play 3T3 heal or do some Tiki Golem strat or mix the two. And on Dry Side, which is the biggest wild card, Ninja Master is possible. And usually you are just rushing 3T3 heal on that map, but you can still do ballistas and you technically could still rush. And then all the water maps are just 3T3 heal and very rarely quad assault chip.
I would say overall, the bigger the map is, the more it benefits Sheriff. The smaller the map is, the more it benefits Alien Queen and I guess Alien Commander. And then the other top tiers of Queen, Ninja Master, Ghost, all benefit for different reasons on medium-sized maps. And then water
Yeah.
maps is just Queen.
All right. This is kind of how I've divided the maps. Just really quickly before we head out, I'm just going to explain this. I've divided them into four kind of categories. I just talked about the large maps. These two are the Cornucopia maps. In the middle, there's a lot of gold bricks, so you want to rush to the middle, which is why Queen is so favored compared to Sheriff. Dry Side is technically a small size map, but the trees make it play more like a large map. Each player has a brick right here, so you usually cut to get that brick, and then there's two bricks right here, so you're usually going to either direction, but that makes Ninja Master possible, so you do have to be careful. And then these two maps, all the gold bricks are very scattered out, which means you just want to play Sheriff and Group of 9 usually. And then on water maps, these two maps in particular don't have any easy gold bricks, which means you are harvesting. This makes Troll King a better option. These two, it's very easy to get money harvesting, and there is gold bricks at your main island. So this is where Quad Assault Chip could be used. Le Poisson is really hard to harvest, but there are 7 gold bricks in the middle, so you are looking to collect those. And usually you can't get enough bricks for Quad Assault Chip. And Enclave is a different one. This is kind of a rock, paper, scissors between Ninja Master, Sheriff, and Queen. Sheriff generally beats Queen, Queen generally beats Ninja Master, Ninja Master generally beats Sheriff. The bridge is pretty hard to defend, so you can rush early, but I would say the best strategies there are going to be Ninja Master rush, Ballista rush, and 3T3 heal. And then, as you can see, all of these I consider small ground maps, so I divide them. You can see that's 12 out of 23 maps, so that's over half the maps in the game. And I can kind of divided them into these 6 maps where either on this one, Trooper Rush is basically the only option. This one, Trooper Rush is, I would say, the best, but can still be countered. And on these 4 in particular are kind of the rock, paper, scissors. On these ones, it's the rock, paper, scissors, an option on those maps. So that's kind of how I've divided them up.
Keep in mind that even though a map may seem larger because it is like wider and taller, it does not mean so because the base spawns are so much closer to one another than they appear to be, especially on the later half of the top maps.
Yep. So this is, in our opinion, the hero tier list at the end of June 2026 after the 17th anniversary tournament, and it probably is going to stay the same unless some new tech develops.
I could maybe see some opinions about, oh, well, maybe Ghost is a little bit worse than Sheriff or whatever.
These
But yeah,
these two in particular.
within each tier, I don't see heroes moving around.
And obviously, if we do some troll tournament, Dwarf King might be better than Pirates, but that really doesn't matter.
Do we move on to the strategies or do we?
I have to go, so we might have to do this
Well,
another day.
we can just conclude it for now. Any last words from both of you, given that both of you made it to the finals of this year's competitive tournament?
Yeah, it was a really fun tournament. Group stage went really well for me. I won all my matches. Uh, Had a little bit of a scare with Ringcat in the semifinals. I was down 2-1, but I clutched up, and yeah, it felt good to be a vanilla champion again after losing the past two tournaments.
Well, what about you, Mediocrity?
Yeah, I think I sort of had a similar experience in pools where I basically won against everyone except for Alpha. And then it was pretty much I expected to play Royal, but it was pretty much the same story up until finals. I think if viewers are watching the finals game, it might not show the full story of Lego Battles because we didn't really play on any medium ground maps. We played on my counter picks, which were larger maps, and Alpha's one counter pick, which was the smallest map of the game. So it didn't quite show how good Queen was or how good like Ballista rushes, for example. But still,
We
I
played,
think that it's a good place to start.
yeah, we played on one water map, which really only has one strategy. We played on probably the most chaotic map, and then the most rock paper scissors heavy map, which is Enclave, and then we just played the Trooper Rush map. So not really the best representation of Lego Battles. We didn't play any of the maps where there's like some like skill based rock paper scissors is what I call it between the three main rush strategies.
I also wish to ask the both of you as a final thought on the video. There have been people calling Lego Battles' current vanilla meta a toxic strategy. It's very stale and stagnant, but I do wish to hear both of your opinions, especially how much we actually try to improve it through bans and gold brick changes and whatnot. Do you think the current meta is healthy and enjoyable, or do you wish for something else to change as well?
Um, I would say it's very hard to like. There's one, I think there's a few new players who like came in this tournament. I think both of them did well, but as you can see, Maniu Super, who got fourth place in the tournament, he picked up the meta very well, but he just couldn't do well against more experienced players. And I think that's, I would say, the main problem with it. But if you get to a point where you like understand the meta, you practice the game single player, practice your build order, try to get things out faster, I would say, you know, it's not that toxic. Uh, I mean, I've played since pretty much all the time since June 20. Mediocrity's been playing a year or so less than me, and like he's not taking the game as seriously for as long, but he still takes lots of games off me just because of the way the meta is. And if he does one thing and he thinks I'm going to do another thing and he's right, he can definitely beat me, and that goes for a lot of people too.
So like lower skill floor, high ceiling.
Uh, I don't want to say it's a high. Yeah,
Don't be
some.
modest, you can just say it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would say Gold Rush probably was the worst meta due to there only being one strategy. Like I think it's very diverse. Obviously, we want rebalance to be the main game mode, but as you can see, the last tournament, it was just overrun by one hero, and even if that hero didn't exist, there would be about four more heroes who very well could take his spot and essentially just do the same thing, which is insta. I think vanilla doesn't have that problem besides a few couple maps.
Cool. Mediocrity, any comments on?
Yeah, I pretty much agree with everything. It's with the addendum that it's map dependent. There are some maps where I don't know if the meta strategy is toxic, but there really only is one option. And I guess from an outsider's perspective, that can kind of seem boring. Like if it's a 3t3 mirror match or a Trooper Rush mirror match. But then on the other hand, you get some maps where it really is like a skill based, rock paper scissors. Like even if like on dry side, and Enclave too, even though they're bigger maps, I picked Sheriff on both of them, and despite the fact that both times Sheriff should beat Queen, on one map I won and on one map I lost. I think that's the skill element. It's you can get good counter picks, but the bottom line is that your skill is going to matter more than the army you choose. And through that lens, I think it's a pretty healthy meta. It's definitely the healthiest that it has been.
Now we are recording.
All right,
Nice.
Alright. We have part 2 of the podcast,
cool. Yeah.
where we're going to be doing maps and strategy ranking and considering banning/unbanning a few maps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sorry, just gonna work our way down on what the tier list
Yeah,
shows.
I
Actually,
mean, we can
I'm pretty
rank
sure
in any
that's-
order.
I think that's the order the game is in, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay, so we'll do entrenched.
so Entrenched, I think a few tournament matches happened down in Trench. It's a pretty interesting map. It's a kind of medium-sized map where you can do a lot of things.
Is it you can
main-
ballista rush pretty easily on it?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
and you can do 3t3 as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's not as good here as it is on something like dry side.
you can
Oh, yeah.
kind of cornucopia on this map, but it's not a full cornucopia either.
Nah, it's
Uh,
not like
yeah,
the
the
junction
Goldbrick-
where there's
Four
The
of them, or
Goldbricks are
6 of them.
steerable,
Yeah.
but not super stealable.
they're stealable if you're using somebody fast like Ninja Master.
No. I was gonna say Alien Queen actually with ESP.
Oh, that too.
I think I was able to steal my opponent's Goldbrick at one point in one match
Yeah,
because they
mediocrity.
started slower.
Isn't
Yeah.
this basically the map known for being how can I put it? It's known for the biggest enemy on this map isn't your opponent, but actually the pathfinding itself, because it keeps running into
Yes.
walls.
Yes,
Yes.
that is
That's
one reason
the
why
fun of this map. It's so silly.
that's one of the reasons why I've hated this map since the very beginning. Like ever since I was a kid, I did not like this map. Even though it
As a
was, like,
kid, this
really
was my
easy.
favorite map. That's the worst part.
Well, the funny thing too, this is like the map that I could do hotwire testing when I was really young. So like I
everything
basically
would get
had
stuck.
the AI. Yeah, the AI would just get stuck on the wall, and so you just be on the other side of the wall with hotwire and just keep constantly hotwiring like the enemy hero, which was really fun. But
This map
yeah.
was how I figured out how to hotwire the enemy hero, or if it was even possible.
yeah, and but overall, I think this might be like a B, C tier, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I think obviously the walls hold it back a lot, but I think competitively it plays pretty well.
In rebalance, it was
Assuming-
pretty ridiculous because Alien Commander and Laser Trooper could shoot through walls.
Oh yeah, but yeah, this
yeah.
is mainly ranking vanilla.
Yeah. Because for rebalance, the game plays a little bit slower, so the maps actually play a little differently. But I think Entrench is
Slower?
decent.
Was
I
it
don't know.
slower in rebalance? With
Slower? No.
Well,
The patch
some
we played in?
strategies are slower on some maps. Some strategies are have been faster. I mean, obviously we had Kahuka Rush stuff last tournament, which
My god.
Now
There
we
was
have the
dwarf water.
legendary map of Avast.
I feel like we should keep that. That one's been a
Really?
staple.
it's
All right, we'll talk about these three at the end, if we ban them or unban them or not. but I guess can go in
there's a
to be
fourth one.
considered.
There's a
Fourth
fourth one. Yeah. We'll get to it later.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
River Crossing.
Top tier map.
This is
right here.
this is
You know,
the
I can
gameplay is
even I can agree
pretty
with that.
repetitive. Gameplay is pretty repetitive, but I'd say it's one of the best competitive
I
maps.
suck at this map, but like it's very dynamic. Even though it is mostly a 3v3 focus map, you can still do a lot.
You can still do some pretty silly stuff on this map,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, you could do like some ground movement stuff, and then I think especially for rebalance, this is a good map too. But yeah, it's a decently good map. I just don't like that there's 2 gold bricks in the middle that you have to.
You have to get a
Usually-
transport or something that can fly.
I mean, it's better than
Usually
just
one-
one in the middle.
Yeah,
Like both players can get 1 gold brick if they're similarly.
Or
Fast.
one can get both if
usually
they're.
though, usually it's always just
Greedy.
one player getting both of them because they're so close.
Yeah,
Usually,
if
like the
both
player who's
people
like,
if both people play similarly, then they both each get 1 gold brick. But yeah, it
Yeah.
does. I think in the finals, like I got 2 gold bricks, and that's how I won. So it
Mhm.
snowballs a lot.
yeah, this map does have a tendency to snowball.
I also
But I
kind of.
think
Oh, sorry.
I think layout wise, it's also great. And fun fact, for anyone who hasn't watched my prototypes, this map used to be smaller in the prototypes. It used to be the 64 by 64, where the outer areas didn't have water, so it's just land, with the river actually crossing.
That would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
bigger size helps it a lot because you can go kind of behind your enemy base to kind of flank them there. And yeah.
I think the biggest thing that the map is probably known for is that a lot of newer players are confused for it being a water map, so probably going water specials instead of the usual like Earth and Alien specials.
I mean, everyone just
Yeah.
picks things that can fly normally anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, flying specials are always better, except for the
Unless
tier
it's
two
on
stuff.
Black Seas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The issue with LEGO battles is the boat specials kind of suck. I mean that's for a lot
I
of
don't
other
know. I
games,
mean,
though.
Flagship is pretty busted.
Yeah, just no range. That there's just too much space for boats to effectively attack and or
Yeah.
defend. So
Flagship was a tier 2, then maybe.
yeah,
But
yeah.
you're not
Flagship was a
replacing
tier
a
two.
salt ship.
No, I mean,
No.
Pirate Battleship can be a pretty decent tier too, especially on Lake Basan or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Is this a unit
The
tier list or a
problem,
map tier list?
Sorry,
I
That's
know.
what I'm saying.
We'll talk about it.
But yeah, River
We'll get to that
Crossing
when
is
we
one
get
of the
to
best
it.
maps.
Yeah.
Alpha Sector.
The
Top
iconic.
tier.
Yes.
This map is very iconic in competitive.
This map has to be top
This
tier.
is-
It is.
Another.
It's one of the most
This is
equal
the
maps in
one-
the game.
Yeah, it's a very good income map. This is one of the most maps where you can like generate the most income.
It's the map where everyone
So-
does their testing for stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still don't like this map too much, but I mean it's a pretty fair map, all things considered. Nowadays, especially
Can't
This is a
really
labbing
steal your
map.
opponent's gold brick.
yeah, you can't do that anymore. Yeah,
Well, you
And,
could, but you're probably
Yeah,
not
you
going
could.
to.
Yeah,
You
Alpha
couldn't
Sector's
Funlight.
like
You could
this third fastest map, I think. Usually, one of like the top 3 faster maps.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a good map.
But I think it's like a comfortable level of fast. It's not like a fast where you basically coin flip
You're
whoever.
scrambling.
Yeah. In Alpha Sector, there is still like some diversity in the strategies you can use.
hmm
Yeah, you can use Queen, Ghosts, pretty much anyone meta except Sheriff, obviously.
I mean, Sheriff can work if your opponent, if you know your
If,
opponent.
if their
is
opponent's gonna
special.
bill us to rush, maybe. If your opponent's
Yeah,
Yeah. But even then, it's risky.
yeah. Most of the time, Sheriff's
I'm not
relegated to
gonna-
the bigger maps.
I'm not gonna pull out the Alpha Sector counter tree, but let's just say there's or the counter web or whatever it's called, the food chain,
I say this is a
Food chain.
triangle, basically.
the food circle.
The food.
No, it's a food circle in Alpha Sector. On Avast, it's basically a food triangle.
Huh.
Well, because
Okay.
Alpha Sector you can get 3T3 out, and this one it's much harder.
Okay.
Because you can get more money on Alpha Sector.
That is
Yeah.
true, but do you have time to build all of that before
Yeah.
your
That
opponent
is
is
kind of
over
the
to you?
balance of this map too. Is that you can't do 3T3 heal, and arguably the strongest strategy like you can't do.
You can't.
So you can't like.
That's the good part about 3T3 is it can't be spammed, because at least not on every map. At least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
next map.
Oh, this one, the true rock paper scissors map.
Oh, I like this one.
Enclave.
I really like Enclave, but this is probably not going to rank very highly.
Yeah. If you guys are
I would
wondering,
put
it's
this at
basically
C
an
tier
exact.
at best.
Yeah, I agree. It's pretty much a pure rock paper scissors. You can either pick sheriff, queen, or ninja master. If you
Yeah.
pick sheriff, you beat any 3T3 heal that comes your way, but get rushed by ninja master. Queen beats ninja
You
master but
instantly
loses to
lost.
sheriff. And then obviously ninja master beats sheriff but loses to queen.
I don't know. I think Ninja
It's more
Master's
than
too
that.
risky.
But stop sheriff, which it's pretty much as pure of a rock paper scissors as you can get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Ninja Master's still too risky on this map. He arrives pretty late, all things considered.
Later than
Yeah, but
he
still
does
beats
normally,
sheriff.
at least.
Still fast enough to beat sheriff.
Still, yeah, because
Yeah.
Sheriff has no damage output and no
Yeah, you
speed,
can-
and his only like damage to his artillery.
Yeah, and the builders he'll build. Yeah, you don't build ground units a lot of times. So you just go straight to specials on this map. You pretty much just only go 3T3. But the early game is
Yeah.
just rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
still do ballista rush in some circumstances.
Oh, yeah, you can.
But yeah,
For sure.
mainly 3T3 or the hero rock paper scissors.
Yep.
Black Seas.
The iconic.
This-
The.
I'm gonna put it in A tier because it's like the only water map that's a real water map.
Oh, I was gonna say S tier again, but
It is very iconic.
it is very unique. You don't do things that you normally do on other maps, and I think because of like in the counter
The one
picking.
map where making a shipyard's good.
Yes, that's the best part about it is that you can do a lot more stuff than you normally can on most water maps because boats are viable. Also, your build order is pretty tight on this one. I'll admit, but
You try to get all
And
four
also,
farms.
this is a map where you can easily go quad assault ships instead of 3T3, which
yeah,
makes it more interesting.
I think that's belongs in S tier because of how many strategies you can deploy just alone. It's just
All right,
a lot
Shrip,
more.
you're the deciding vote.
I
How it
always
goes.
like Black Seas. It's one of the most unique shaped maps. It's one of the most unique gameplay-wise maps, and it's probably also one of the most fun maps to play against AI. Easy S tier.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I agree. It's really fun. It's fast paced, and it is assault ship heavy, and boats are usable, but not really that good. I think it mainly comes down to do you commit to quad assault ships or not?
hmm
I don't like that spawn 1 is at a slight disadvantage as you can get behind spawn 1's island instead of spawn 2, which is just a wall.
You can get behind spawn 2's punch.
Really?
We can't go fully around
Well, you can,
it
but you can't go all the way around. That's what I mean.
with the boat.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's not
I guess.
the biggest issue, I guess, but yeah, that is a little downside. I mean,
It makes
it's not
this a
lopsided.
bit more viable for player 2 than player 1.
Spawn 1 can be hit. Spawn 1 can be hit with a clipper front, while Spawn 2 can't. So,
If spawn 2, you would need a battleship to take out.
Yeah.
or you could also just go to the backside, then you can hit it with a clipper.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, very, very good map. Oh, Omega Quadrant,
Um,
Black Seas.
budget Black
It's
Sea. Yeah,
C.
it is.
I still think it's a pretty good map because you can go quad assault ships on it as well, but you can't
You
use boats.
can.
You
But
can,
also
but they're just not useful.
No, yeah. Don't use boats. I've played too many people on this map that try to use boats. I used to think this was a good boat map, but they're despite what the islands look like, the boats just do not have enough range to do anything.
yeah.
They
Another issue is that it's kind of a Black Seas where you could steal your opponent's Goldberg if they screw up.
yeah.
So that's
That
the
is
other
true. If
thing
you
that
get whoever gets
brings
that
it down.
transport first gets.
Well, it's not as bad as River Crossing, I don't think, in terms of what it is. But the problem with
No,
this map, it's like worse Black Seas and worse
In
River
every way.
Crossing. It is
Yeah.
both like you can't do like the double bridge to get to your opponent's base. You pretty much can.
I
only
kind of
bridge
like
there
that
and
element
cross.
though. It forces you to have to rely on something that can fly or something that can go over water instead of
It-
just needing bridges.
No, that's the problem though. It just forces you to use 3T3 and quad assault ships and nothing else. Because the thing is about river crossings that you can like, if you can go on the land and do like a ballista rush. It's really weird to do that, but like you can. On here, you're pretty much only attacking with assault ships. You're just going all in on assault ships. There's like nothing else to do besides transport to get that gold brick. And that, I mean,
I agree.
it still plays fine. There's like no big issues, so it probably might still be like a C or a D tier.
I would say C or B.
I would put it in mid C tier.
I
Yeah.
also agree with C tier.
I don't. It's not terrible by any means, but I think in rebalance it's a much better map. But
It is.
Agreed.
different list.
The unit limitations of vanilla just make it so why play this when you can play Black Seas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, since there's nothing
Yeah,
really
if-
that has water walking.
Yeah, I mean the only person who's gonna pick this map is a water map merchant.
True.
Oh, all right, yeah. And then the
Assault
one
ship specialist.
this
Oh.
Speaking of, there's
everyone's
King's
least
Landing.
favorite map that isn't
This
fan
is,
worthy.
This has the same problem as Entrenched with the pathfinding issue, while also
just
being
worse.
Yeah.
The one redeeming quality of it is the playstyle is very diverse, but just the pathfinding's so bad. It's one of the worst maps for brick collecting as well. There are a few, I would say, big brain plays like walling yourself off with trees so they can't trooper rush you. That's been done.
Harvesting is really
I would
hard
say
on this map.
3T3 is still the best strategy, assuming you don't have any huge
Assuming you don't do
builder
what I
strikes.
did, and wall myself off, and then didn't have enough space to build enough specials.
Yeah.
So the tree strat is a little risky.
The tree strat
And
works.
also-
It just you have to make sure you do it right.
Yeah, if you
Also-
play. Go ahead.
I believe 6 gold bricks are only accessible if you have a flying unit, which is not that good.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's 2 in the corner, 1 right here, 1 right here, 1 right here.
Oh,
I believe there's 6.
oh, we can't see your mouse.
Oh,
That's alright though. I was gonna say though, like if you play the aliens on this map, you have to micromanage them a bit more to use the tree strat. And this is like the one map where trees are viable. That being said though, there's a reason why people hate this map. Like
yeah, it's
D tier.
special. Yeah, it's special heavy, but like assuming you can get specials,
Yeah.
which contradicts itself. I would not say it's the worst map, but it's pretty close to the worst map.
Yeah. Bayou.
Bayou, the best
Bayou.
water map that isn't a water map.
Yeah, this actually, a lot of people compare it to Alpha Sector. I would say it's smaller because the gold bricks or plays smaller because the gold bricks are more centralized, leading you to early hero scuffles, which makes 3t3 worse and more likely to rush.
Yeah, this
Which
is
I'm all about.
definitely. Yeah, I'm fine with that too. It's definitely one of those maps where you
This
have to
also
know the
leads
gold
to
brick
some hilarious
locations.
meme strategies, like 4 flagships.
That,
Yeah, but if
that's
you're
a meme.
playing seriously, it's kind of the rush rock paper scissors.
This is basically Ballista Rush the map.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
it's
you can also trooper rush or mount rush.
Or
All
Tiki
three
Golem.
work.
yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Another thing though, like this is a map where you have to memorize the gold brick locations. A few others
Yes.
here and there, like you can kind of get away with not knowing the gold bricks. Here, you kind of have to know because
Here you
if your
need to know where
opponent,
those are.
yeah, if your opponent can pick up your gold bricks, they are going to be at an incredibly far lead.
You're gonna see the 13 assault ship rush coming towards you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you will see the 13 assault ships coming after you. Yeah.
I would
This map
say
can lead
it's
to some pretty silly builder migration stuff too.
yeah, it's
It never
doable,
works.
but not. It's somewhat doable, I would say. There's
it's
certainly
delaying
worse maps.
the inevitable for builder
Yeah.
migration.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I would say it's B tier.
yeah, B
I
tier.
would put it in
Absolutely.
B.
Yeah, it's not like
B.
crazy.
It's not
It's still
bad.
decent. Yeah, a lot of build
It's
space.
just another LEGO Battles map. The
Yeah.
harvesting's pretty bad, but since it's
Yeah,
mainly
there's
rush
no
based,
there isn't
don't
any
worry about
trees
it.
around in this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Groves. This is
Groves.
a map that's been played a lot more recently.
This map's pretty fun.
That's decent. I
Yeah.
like it. I like the
So
fact
I
that
would say it's better entrenched just because you can cut through the trees.
Yes,
It's
it's
not
entrenched
too
if you
big
were
of an
able to
issue.
cut through the mountain.
and like it. Yeah, and it's less rush heavy. I think.
Yeah.
But still,
Slightly.
like you can rush.
This is how I like dividing the maps.
Oh
Up.
yeah. It's a wild card. That makes sense for a wild card map. Yes.
This map you can do just about anything on.
Yeah.
Yeah, even group of 9 if you're one of those guys.
Yeah.
A tier, potentially.
Yeah, I would say A tier.
Yeah.
It's just better entrenched for the most part.
Uh-huh. Yeah, like I mean we don't have much to say about it, it's just good. Let us on the map. Oh, how
This
mighty
is
fallen.
S tier.
What?
S tier just for French fish.
unfortunately,
You know what? Yeah, the fish
I'm
deserves an
saying
S
this
tier.
is a to be considered map because
Really?
of the spawns.
They are very uneven.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
What I think we should
Right.
do for this map in particular is turn random spawns on.
Then you
I
just
don't know.
gamble who gets the
would
worst
say that's
spawn.
gambling.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good way
I don't
to
know
fix it.
I don't know if we want a competitive map to be
As
based on
This
RNG.
map is
Yeah.
already favorable to one side. It's already lopsided.
Yeah, spawn 2.
And here's the thing: if the map screenshot is like cut off, but like if the top and bottom were like the defaults, it would be a lot more fair.
Yeah.
But
As,
instead, it's the bottom and the right.
Mediocrity isn't with us today, but in the words of him, I counterpick to Le Poisson, but you can host.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this
Yeah,
is like
it's-
one of the only maps in the game that was kind of designed around the fact that you can play 3 players.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so. It's weirdly
And also,
small.
almost all the bricks are in the center, so it's just one big cornucopia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
It's a fishacopia, alright.
I think it is like one of the worst examples of a cornucopia map.
This is a fillet of fish.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem this map has is the unbalanced spawns, the heavy amount of gold bricks in the middle. Like it's just insane, and it's not boat viable. It used to be. We used to think it was, but it's just too.
Yeah, and
And a
Gold
wind
Rush
flying,
was.
maybe.
Flying is so much better on this map, just because.
Yeah, it's
I
3
say then you can
3
send the
city.
transport to go get the gold bricks, and you can.
Yeah,
fly it
boats are
around.
Funny
too
enough,
slow.
if you're a Ninja Master player, this map might be for you because this is one of the maps
Oh yeah,
he's
Ninja
got
Master can do some
a
stuff
risk
here.
on.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
because he can destroy the bridge and teleport back,
yeah.
so you
I
don't
was
get
also
rushed
He
gonna
can
that
say,
simply
way.
just keep breaking the bridge that you keep trying to get your bricks with.
yeah, I was gonna say though, Alien Queen can like stun a Ninja Master mid match, which is kind of funny.
I mean,
But
normal Queen can also break the bridge with Earthquake.
yes.
Yeah. So we're just leaving it to be considered with a vest on its fate.
In all honesty, if we if we were to secure the competitive integrity of the game as we have thus far, I do believe we should just outright ban the map. It is not
Really?
gonna.
As much as I hate to say it, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
we'll
not gonna be fair for
compare
one player, regardless of if we turn a random spawns on or off. It is just not a competitively viable map. But that is my opinion.
So
Yeah,
so
we'll
I
come back to it at the end for like bans,
okay.
along
Well,
with the vest and these guys.
we didn't mention why it's so unbalanced, but one spawn can get just more gold bricks, pretty much, compared to the
And
other.
they can harvest at least 10 times easier.
So they get more
Yes.
trees. They get...
Yes, the right
And
spawn.
if for whatever reason the right spawn is doing boats, they can't actually hit you, but that's another reason
Wait, there is
left
one
spawn.
reason boats are viable on Leposon, though.
if you're spawn 2.
Yeah.
Not even that. If you don't want them ground rushing you, you can place the shipyard in the bridge dock, and they can't bridge over to you.
Yeah. So if you want to
Yes.
replace your tier 2 with like a battleship, just so
Yep.
you could put a shipyard there. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we will come back to Lake Plazon later.
Yeah.
The divide.
Yes.
This
Horizontal. Like
Alpha Sector
other Alpha
Junior.
Sector. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's
unlike Alpha Sector, I consider this a rush map just because it's so hard to get money without
Oh,
collecting gold bricks.
I was gonna say there are 2 gold bricks out in front though.
I've come to like this one, but it's very hard to pin down this map.
I still like this map.
Yeah. I mean, it's just got big B tier vibes. It's like
I put it in
agree.
low A.
low A, really.
Yeah.
I think
Better
the
than
map is
Friend.
the both is not played enough in order to have like significant development because it is not very enjoyable to play on. It's very limited in the way you have to play.
Yeah,
Well,
you're
it's kind
forced to
of
rush.
yeah. You have to work to rush, and I mean, it's also kind of a good thing where you kind of have to focus on economy a little bit more. Yeah, I want
It's
to say
just gold rush hunting simulator.
it
and-
is.
Yeah, you can build or migrate on this map.
Is it worse than Entrenched though? I would say
No, I
probably
wouldn't say
similar.
that.
I would say they're about similar.
I think
my
it's better
opinion.
than
No,
Entrenched.
Divide is better than Entrenched. That's
Yeah, I think it is.
Still low A tier
easily.
or still
A
B
tier.
tier.
Yeah, A tier. I'm gonna say A tier, just because, because the trees are so far away, you kind of have to also play builder protection, and weirdly, I don't think Ninja Master's that good.
I thought he was
No.
alright on this map.
I mean, he might be.
This is a better one, but
He can be good if you flank with him.
Yeah.
I mean, if you destroy all 4 of their builders, yeah, he's good. But otherwise, no.
Yeah, I don't really.
Yeah, he's
see...
an all or
It's a
nothing
gamble.
play.
It's a gamble like he usually is.
He is an all or nothing play.
Yeah.
You will
Yeah,
get rid of
I
all
will
4 of those
say-
builders before defense boost comes out, or you're losing the match.
Uh-huh.
I will say, regardless if he's good, Ninja Master versus like Queen or Alien Queen are more enjoyable on this map than Alpha Sector, I would say, just because it's
Yes.
closer.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Northlands, this one is
To
not
be
very-
considered.
Yeah, I'd say TBC.
I would say more than it's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, these are like ban worthy.
The prototypes did this map better.
At the
I don't
best,
know if
it's an
it's
F
all over the
tier.
place. This, I was saying, I'm not gonna lie, Northlands is what people say is wrong with Avast. Northlands is
Yes. Yeah.
It's with one gold brick, you have to break the trees to get. It's hard to get the other gold bricks, and
It's worse than Avast.
And
than
also-
what Avast does.
when you're trying to rush, the pathfinding just screws you. So
Yeah.
That's true, because everything likes to run in a single file line.
Yeah, it's bad.
So just one
pathfinding.
tower 2 or catapult just deletes
Corner-
everything.
Yeah, cornucopia gold brick, and it is gold. That one gold brick can like turn the
It
Can
tide
make
means
or
of
break,
battle. Yeah,
make or break the
it-
game.
It really
honestly,
is.
like the best strategy is to just build like one catapult and camp,
Yeah,
True.
it's
or the
Yeah,
most
it-
safe strategy, I would say.
like the smallest map ever, and camping is like the thing you do.
And it's
why?
because of the pathfinding, because
Because of
everyone
the
runs in a
pathfinding.
straight line. Because everyone.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's a hateable map. I don't play it that often, and I never really enjoyed my time playing this one. I will say
No one
this is
really
definitely
picks it. It's the wheel that picks it.
it's the
True.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah. I was gonna say the prototypes kind of do it better. So like, see where like the seams kind of like touch each other. The path is actually further up along the area. So like you have to kind of go up and around instead of like just going through the middle. But I think they added like that little middle path for the enemy AI to walk through. That's what I think is was happening. Is like they noticed the AI was like just getting stuck. They're like, all right, let's just make
Carve a
little
path
cut right
right
here. Well, yeah, because the path was actually higher up. So like it wasn't as rush heavy. It's still gonna have the same problems, but like it was a little bit better, I think. So yeah, it's still a bad map. I still want to say that one was the to be considered one for me, but yeah, it's still just bad. I think nobody likes it.
Yep. And we have this thing.
Yes, another F tier.
Junction, my precious.
Yeah, 6 gold bricks in the middle. What were they thinking?
This is the very definition of what a cornucopia looks like.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, and if you don't get the cornucopia, the other 2 bricks are just straight up and down from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have moved like those 2 middle brick, like one of those like they could have moved 2 bricks or like 4 of them into like the little tree patches next to your base. So like you have to use an assault ship or like break into the trees to get that brick at least instead of just going into the middle to collect them all. I don't know.
Yeah. As for like the meta, it's kind of up in the air since no one wants to play on here. But I would say it's a 3t3 heavy map.
Oh, it for sure. Just because you
Absolutely,
get so
with
much
how
money.
giant this map is and how much money you get, this is.
Yeah, it's not really a group of 9 favorable or ballista.
This is the
Rush.
lottery.
Ballista
map is
is
the lottery.
doable, I would say.
It's doable
But, like-
for defense against 3t3, but it's I would rather just go full in 3t3 on this.
I say this map is a
Yeah.
lottery map. Either you get to the center first and grab all the bricks and get 3v3, or you get one catapult out trying to defend it.
No, catapult's not gonna
and
help.
we forgot to
It
mention the
doesn't, but you
actual
try it
worst part of
anyway.
this. Forgot the actual worst part of the map. Builder migrations. It's the one map where well, not the only map,
since
but
it's
one
so
of the
enormous.
maps. So the actual fighting part of the map takes 5 minutes, and the next 15 are trying to find the last builder.
Yeah,
Or
like
Islander or whatever lived.
people do like a builder migration thinking it's gonna work, but the thing is, like,
It never does.
The build spots are so obvious, unlike the divide, where like you can like kind of sneak in a little corner somewhere. Here,
Or
it's
like dry side where you can just start building anywhere.
Yeah,
You said it as a joke, but Grade School 2008 was the prime time for the builder migration meta.
yeah.
True.
Yeah. All right.
Terrible map.
And
Next.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Easily bannable.
Yeah.
Crossover. This is one I
This
would say is
is
played more.
this is
It
like
kind of plays
Junior
like the
Junction.
Divide.
It's like
Oh.
mini
Yeah,
Junction
it's like
to
the
me.
Divide and Junction mixed, I would say. Where there's a cornucopia, but it's very rush based.
Yeah. I weirdly I don't think that one gold brick makes as much of a difference as other maps. Funny enough, just because there's
Yeah, you can
there's
still
already
get 2.
yeah you can still
You're still
easily
likely to
two.
get 2 no matter what.
Yeah.
True.
I mean,
Oh no,
my,
it's TriStar.
Unless you're using a super slow hero like
TriStar, not
Commander
Junction.
or something. Unless you...
yeah, one of my favorite moments
Sure.
was when me and one other player fan, I forgot who I was playing against, but great
Super.
guy. Yeah, I think it was Trooper, and like we were running through, and then like I ESP'd Ninja Master like 2 tiles away from the gold brick. Like it was so close. But yeah, it's great. It's not.
Yeah, I would say it's B, A tier, something like that.
Yeah, B tier. I want to say it's not. I don't think it's as good as the Divide, just because it's a little bit more narrow. Still really 3T3 heavy.
It's
Like I.
It's not
yeah,
even
when I-
that 3T3 heavy.
No, that map is
better
too
to
small
rush.
to be. That map
But
is
at
way
least-
too small to
At
be
least with
3T3-ish.
at least when I play Mediocrity, we almost never. Like this is a map that we play often. We almost never 3T3. It's usually Ballista Rush or Trooper Rush or something.
Yeah. I remember when I was playing against most people, they would do ballistas, troopers, or golems. Yeah. Okay.
TriStar.
Oh yeah, one of my favorites.
Okay,
This is
it's
an
other
interesting one.
crossover. It's
Yeah,
crossover with mountains in it,
I would say
but it's giant.
I
it's a
would say
lot
it's
bigger.
that bad of a map.
It's
You're
not.
almost guaranteed, even though it's a cornucopia map, you're pretty much guaranteed to get 2.
Yeah, as
Even
long
if you
as
miss the first one.
yeah, like you could do the builder boost, which is like a second faster than Ninja Master or something like that. Or Queen. Like it's definitely like you're obviously gonna like meet up in the middle, like right at the beginning, but like it's still you get 2 bricks guaranteed, unless you play terribly. And then
Or if your opponent or if your opponent stuns you or something.
yeah, Alien Queen can easily stun you, but like they have to be really.
They would have to
fast.
stay on top of stunning you while grabbing all the bricks.
Yeah. Thing is though,
I would say surprisingly good strategy is to insta build your builder or insta run your builder and your hero and just build a barracks in the center. Then you can 2 mount rush them. This actually works on this strategy despite it being big.
It's smart.
2 mount rush. That is super
Which
interesting.
That's weird.
Which AKA is called the Royal Strat.
The Royal Strat.
Because it works with Camilla.
Oh, it works with
mainly
Camilla.
It's
'cause
really
you
good on
invented
Camilla.
it.
Huh. Oh yeah, Camilla. Or what about Ghost? I think Ghost would do great on that.
Ghost
Very
works
good.
too, it's
Well,
just Ghost has less
surprisingly.
health.
Oh yeah.
Ghost is
So you have to be
Ghost and
careful
Alien
with
Queen
it.
are both popular. I would say Ghost is better than Camilla.
Yeah, I want to say Ghost is way more damage focused. Like I think like Gripply's and Ghost can go a long way.
Oh, Gripply Ghost is
Yeah.
gonna. That's massive. But
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
would
get
say
so much damage.
It's one of the non-Alien Queen combos that can beat Alien Queen early game if you play it properly.
Yep. Yeah, Gripply's are wait, how much damage do Gripply's do at a base?
I think it's
45 per second.
No. What was like their min and max?
40, 50?
40, 50. That's 80,
And not
90. 80, 90 per hit. That's insane. Yeah.
And besides
Yeah.
the Immortal Alien Queen on the Divide, it works very well.
Yeah, I want to say A tier. Like TriStar is very iconic. It's like the
it's
best.
surprisingly
we don't play it enough.
It's not super big, and it's not super cornucopia-y.
Yeah. All right.
Alright. The
Droid
legendary, the one and the only.
The mediocrity map.
Another iconic map, I think. This map is really iconic.
This map is
Yeah, I would
good.
say I don't think it's too good just because it's
It's
for the most
very
part
3T heavy,
3T3
but
simulator.
Alpha, you're not
But Ninja
supposed to
Map
let your
here.
3T3
subjective
simulator until you
opinions
play
affect the tier
Sheriff.
list.
Sorry, what was that, Shrimp?
Okay.
I said, Alpha, you're not supposed to let your subjective opinions affect the tier list.
If it was my subjective opinion, it would go in G tier.
Oh my
G tier.
god.
No Z tier yet. But, yeah, it's
While it is 3T3 heavy, there is Sheriff that goes against that, but
Yeah.
yeah. I kind of
But
do
even
miss.
that Sheriff
even Sheriff is kind of like
Sheriff sold
this map.
Sheriff sold in the finals when he should have won.
You know, I want to say I did kind of miss when Group of Nine was a big thing. This map was great for Group of Nines, and now they've
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
like fallen off a lot to
Yeah.
Assault Ships.
Yeah, Ballista Rush. I'd say Ballista Rush can still work.
Okay, yeah, I mean, yeah, it can.
In some circumstances, yeah.
Yeah.
It's certainly better than Group of 9.
All right.
C, B tiers where I would put it.
B tier. Just do B.
Low
It's
B
not.
tier.
I don't know. It's kind of fallen off, I think, over the years.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It was higher due to it being a very popular counter pick, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
But
Yeah, it's
right.
no long. I don't think it's a win against Alpha anymore. I don't.
yeah, I've just played it so
Not
many
the
times.
free Alpha 47 win button.
Harvester first strats. Let's go. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, speaking of Harvester first strats.
Yep, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, hey, it's red dry side. It's red.
Yeah, it's my favorite. One of my favorite maps.
I would say it's worse. I think this map's just. It's a Group of 9 map for sure.
Yeah.
And Sheriff.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can
Plays
set up
like-
a small base
Oh,
in
you
the
gotta be
middle
kidding
if you
me.
want, but
Oh no,
Did you crash the page?
no, my keyboard and mouse just turned off.
Oh,
for some reason.
Well, I was gonna say this is like the biggest map in the
there we
game.
go.
Like the biggest one, and that's what I like about it. It like actually lets you kind of deploy more of a strategy-focused mindset on this map. I will say
Yeah,
it's
but
still
even
kind of B
then-
tier because it's still like 2 strategies that you can use at
Yeah.
most. with-
Yeah, I would say you're just running at each other. There's not much strategy.
this is the jousting map.
It's a late game
Yeah,
map. It's not an early game, which I actually like more late game skirmish type deals. I just think my mind
also-
plays better on this map.
But it's also like terrible. It's the worst money generating map in the game.
Yeah,
There's no
that is
gold bricks, no harvests. Can't do
also
either.
builder migration.
That's why I put it C tier.
Where
Oh,
are
yeah.
the builders
This
even
is-
gonna migrate to on Pulsar?
They-
You can
Let's be
like
real.
cut inside the trees.
This is like the hide and seek map of the entire game. Like you could hide in so many weird places. It does get really annoying.
It is
in the late game
unreal.
when somebody like builder migration never works on this map.
Until
but
it
people
does.
still do it.
It worked. It's worked one time. I was in that game. It was non-tournament. It was me and Spybond, and I like cut in the trees and came back.
Kind of did one against mediocrity in rebalance, where I like built in the middle and build a bunch of ninjas and like ground units, and then like went into his base and then built special fact. I built outwards from this map. I think rebalance is definitely where my mind's headed to on this map. In vanilla, it's a little less variety.
I do think
So,
it's
yeah.
an easy B
Rebound.
tier though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this is a B tier map. Like I know a lot of like the rush heavy players like this map, but or don't like this map, but it's a bigger map. You gotta like.
So everyone but you.
Yeah, everyone but me. Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Devil's Horn. I don't know if this is better or worse.
It's worse. I think it's a worse big map. You can. It's like you can kind of rush-ish. And it's like one of the ones where like you
No,
trade
you still
bases. You could trade
Yeah, the
bases
only
really
notable
easily.
thing is like if you both go the other way, then you just base trade.
Yeah. Also, the
Which is
pathfinding kind of
interesting.
sucks. And like if you go north, yeah, it's. I mean, it's a big map. That's like its thing. Like if you, I mean, it was kind of a running joke after I picked Pulsar. It's like, oh great, where are we going? Devil's Horn. I'm like, yeah, it's like the map
Yeah,
you pick
they
after.
play.
I
Yeah, they
don't like
play
this map.
essentially the same.
Yeah.
This map
They play
takes
most of the
This map
same.
takes. You, the second you see, you know the match is gonna be 30 minutes long at least.
Yeah, it's one of the maps where there's like no conflict for the first 3 minutes usually.
Yeah, usually.
It's I'm gonna play one final match before I get off the match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah, but like.
Speaking of that,
Oh yeah, Kahuka's.
Oh boy.
Another map that very much
The other
benefits from
water
the
map. It's not a water map.
this map very much benefits for like for shape wise in rebalance, but here it's just not as good.
Oh yeah, it's so.
This map is just terrible here.
I would say I would put it in
Oh,
D.
no.
I don't think it's as bad as these guys, but
I don't think
It's-
rebalance is good with this map either. Honestly, play against
yeah,
mediocrity. I
Oh
was
boy.
just in my base, just slowly getting chipped away, and like he couldn't do anything, just because I had all these specials out that could do massive damage, and you still can't use boats on here.
Turtle strategy.
In rebalance, yeah, you can turtle.
in
What else?
vanilla it's just 3-2-3 with builder migrations.
Is it really?
Basically, yeah.
It is pure 3-2-3.
This
also,
map is a lot of base trading sometimes.
This was like the
Yeah.
worst map in the entire game when we were doing the Gold Rush, Gold Brick meta. Yeah, Gold Rush.
Yeah,
Because like you only went econ. It was like whoever got better econ, and then like, boom, defeat or victory on whenever within like 5 minutes. But now it is just pure 3-2-3. I think it's an F tier map personally, but
I can agree with that.
it's so. It's like it's the main reason why we banned Outbreak was because of like the stuff that happens on this map, really. Yeah, but unlike Outbreak, it's a little uneven too. Like one spawn can get a gold brick without attacking trees. If I'm
on
correct.
two. Yeah.
Yeah.
I counterpick Kahuka's straight, but you can host.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as Leifwazum.
It's not.
No, but it's still pretty ugly.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just never a fun match. You'd rather do Omega Quadrant. I think it's just a better 3-2-3
Version of
focus
this,
map.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are we satisfied
Anyway.
with the F ranking?
Yeah.
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 Even if it bears
Cross
the map of my main.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's Kahuka would not be pleased.
Yeah. And
Cross
Cross
I'd say it's the
Island, that's a
least
good one.
Kahuka map imaginable. The least.
Yeah, is Cross Island a
It
wild
plays
card?
similarly.
Pretty.
Yeah, it plays
Yeah.
It's a very like high money generating map like Alpha Sector,
It is.
and then I would say it's slightly bigger.
Also, you can get more gold bricks on here, right?
Yeah, but and then
Yeah.
there's two in the middle, so you could steal both potentially.
Yeah, you could definitely get a lot of gold bricks on here.
I would say it's worse in Alpha Sector. I would say either S or A, but
I would say A. It's
I don't think it deserves to be in the same rank as those map, but it's definitely a fun map.
this is
It's
this
a
is
fun
definitely
one,
a little less offense favorable map. I want to say just because there's such a small bridge that you can kind of trap.
Yeah,
your
but there's so
enemy.
many flank points on it.
There is. Just the issue is that those flank points are still easy to just trap your enemy on.
Yeah.
And most of the time, you're never going to see the enemy do that because it's just way too long to do it by then.
True.
yeah, overall a good map, but not
Yeah.
the best. Proving Grounds, the former worst map in the game.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Now a respectable C tier.
The C tier.
True.
Yeah, I mean, it has like the second worst build space in the whole game.
You still sometimes fit everything.
Yeah, it's an ugly map with terrible pathfinding issues, but it's not. That's like its biggest draw. The
I said,
other
what if you
maps,
could have
Just worse
downside
entrenched, I would say.
range?
yeah. The problem with this map is that it looks bad, but it plays fine. The other maps that are worse than it have more fundamental core issues
I don't think
on the map itself.
I don't think it plays
I
fine at
don't think it
all.
looks that ugly.
I mean,
It's for the most part fine. It's not.
yeah.
It's gotten better.
It's gotten better. It's still not. I don't know. I think it's a D tier map still. Nobody
Honestly,
wants to
yeah.
play this map.
I do agree.
The wheel wants us to play this sometimes.
Yeah, it's like, oh, the wheel picked this one. Skip.
Dude,
I
even
would
the
say in
wheel doesn't
rebalance.
spin this. Dude,
I would say in rebalance it's not as bad, but in vanilla, it's
I don't think I've actually played this map in rebalance at all. Like, I don't even think against the AI either. I mean, I never play this against the AI because they also are terrible on this. But yeah. I mean, it probably would be better in rebalance, but yeah, D tier.
And the final
Yes.
ranking
Oh, boy.
is Dead Marsh.
The
The
To be honest, I would say it's in this kind of area.
really, I was
I
gonna
can
say
see
C
it.
tier. C tier.
I'd say it's just
C-tier's
better
fine.
King's Landing.
It definitely is. It is
It's
absolutely better. King's Landing. It's just.
horrendous build space. You're forced to rush.
Mhm.
It's not much money.
I
Not
swear.
a great map, but it's certainly much worse. There's
I
certainly
swear-
much worse out there.
Yeah. Every time I try to go after one of the gold bricks, Ninja Master has already picked it up. Like the one I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go north this
I'm gonna
time.
go
No, Ninja Master already went north. No, he already went north. I'm like, okay, I like the next game I'll go to like the right one, the right gold brick, and then nope, Ninja Master already got that one. Like, dang it! Like, yeah, it's really small. It's like everything that I hate about Alpha Sector kind of exacerbated in a way. Like,
Yeah.
there's that weird pond. It's definitely better pond.
Oh yes. This is what Pond should have looked like.
It's definitely.
I would say it's worse Crossed Island.
Yeah.
They play
Yeah.
somewhat
Yeah.
similarly, but just way more rush heavy.
Oh yeah.
It's Crossed Island with no flank.
Also, have
Yeah.
people tried to build bases on like the north, west, and southeast areas?
I don't think
No,
ever.
no one's tried that yet.
No one has
Okay.
ever tried that.
Yeah, it's too slow. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about this map. It's really just a map that's
Pretty mid.
little.
It's just a rush map.
It's also
It's about
another oh, I'll counterpick you here, you host type map, because
Exactly.
Spawn 1 has like a castle that's just one tile too far to the right or something. So like you have a slightly smaller build space compared to Spawn 2. It's still, both are still really small, so it's not the end of the world. So.
Yeah. All right.
Now for balanced
Now
discussion.
we're altering the fate of the game.
Bring
Well,
back.
I would say we have
Exile.
four.
Bring in
four
and usher in
maps
an age of a
that-
new meta.
So
Yeah, we have 4 maps that I would say are on the fence of being banned versus playable. We have
Yeah.
2 former banned maps and 2 former legal maps.
mhm.
What do we want to start with?
We'll start with Exile, I think. The map that we banned
Exile.
very early on. This was
The
banned
reason why
during Biff and Gemma.
that bans exist.
Yeah. This is when Sheriff was playable too. So it was incredibly campy back then because EMP existed. I think now that EMP isn't a thing on water maps anymore, we can actually play this like a normal 3v3 map. I think it's still going to be like a Omega Quadrant almost, where it's mostly just 3v3 focused, but also your economy is very tight on this map. Like you have to
Yeah,
go
there
after
aren't
that
many
gold brick.
bricks to go get.
Yeah, it's
You gotta go. Oh.
Mhm. Oh,
Oh.
yeah. Yeah, I like this map in terms of like the in terms of like the layout, because what we used to do is like camp on the corners and then like it was like builder migration all over. But because
I
of
do
how
like the
fast
way the
paced,
map looks though. I like the triple islands in the
Yeah,
front.
there's 3T3. I doubt it's gonna get to the point where people like even get to the sides now just because of
yeah,
3T3.
it's
True.
it's gonna be too fast paced for this.
This is gonna be a map where tree spell is gonna be needed.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right, so it sounds like we're all in agreement.
I think we can unban this. I actually think so. I mean,
I
like,
agree.
The most most unfun part about this map was that the games never ended. Now that the tools that make the game never end are gone, I believe it's a fairly fun, no, not fun. It's a reasonable map to play on. It's just not gonna be fun again.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Oh, we'll see. It's definitely
We'll
different than
see.
anything that's playable nowadays.
mm-hmm.
Especially with
The
Biff and
other,
Gemma gone.
Yeah, Biff and Gemma
oh yeah,
gone. Sheriff not playable on water maps anymore.
Queen and 3T3.
Yeah.
But you do get a gold brick to start with, and you're relatively close to each other, so you could do what
You
Dan
don't.
Man called troll and just rush one assault ship.
No, you don't start with a gold brick.
Oh, you don't?
No, no gold bricks on that
Oh,
little tiny
alright.
circle. Yeah.
All right, never mind.
Yeah. You have to go out of your way to get the gold bricks in the corners of the map. And this might be like a gold brick memorization. Like there's no like river crossing middle gold bricks either. So that might be interesting. Anyway,
See
yeah,
another
okay.
river crossing like map where it just snowballs,
Yeah.
but not as much.
Well then might still be recovering from that 3-hour match we did
Yeah.
on this
All
map.
right. The other formerly banned map, Outbreak.
Rounded Kahuka straight. I think this is just gonna be Kahuka straight. But I think what I like about this map conceptually are like those like the 20-minute match type deals where you build an alternate base on your enemy's side and then push through there. I think that's like a real thing on rebalance on this map especially. But for vanilla,
I mean, really, no worse than Kuka Street.
yeah, it is really just Kahuka straight. It might be better, it might be worse, but it's
In my honest opinion, there is no reason for to have this map banned, but there's also no reason to pick it unless you just wanna be a mean person
Unless
towards
we
your
have the
opponent.
wheel do it.
Yeah.
from
You just want to play
You want to irritate your
Kuka
opponent,
Street
it's mind
2.0.
games.
Yeah, so the thing is about this map is that it is huge. Like, it feels like the biggest map in the game. Because your spawns are in the opposite corners like Pulsar. But unlike Pulsar, you can't do ground units. And once again, the prototypes did this map better, where like you can cross through the edges, so you can kind of push. Yeah, this is like my
But yeah,
biggest
it would
gripe.
just 3T3 spamming with occasional builder
Yeah,
migrations, but
I don't know. I feel
not
like this map
unbeatable.
might be like the builder migration map.
Honestly, might be better than Kuka Street just because it's so like clean. Well, Kuka Street's messy.
True.
Yeah, like you'll know where your enemy is. Also, that middle island. Why?
Oh
You're
yeah,
never going there.
get a gold brick, I guess.
Yeah, you get a gold brick, which I mean the gold bricks are nice and spread out on this map. That's a good thing, I guess. Also, this is definitely going to be that harvester first type map.
Yeah.
So yeah, all right.
All right, and now on to in the last tournament they were playable, but they might not be after today.
Mm-hmm.
Can we please
So-
start with the fish?
Yeah.
Okay.
My argument
Okay.
is that the fish has no place in a competitive, supposed to be equal grounds environment, and I vote for it to be banned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's honestly just not fun either. Even if it was at the top and bottom, it's just running to get gold bricks,
It's the
and it's 3v3.
it's the classic space of maps. It's a fan favorite, and like we really didn't think it was that bad, and then as time went on, we slowly realized how
Well, this
many
with the free
issues this
shave.
map has, fundamentally speaking. And
I mean, if you're gonna counter pick it, you literally have to say, "Oh yeah, but you can host."
yeah, it's it
I'm
really
in
is
favor.
a map no one wants to play anymore because it just doesn't feel fair. It really on the means of fairness, it is the third most it's definitely the most fair compared to the other quote unquote unfair maps, but it's still to the point where one side has a much bigger advantage
It
over the
honestly
other.
might be more unfair than the pond. The pond.
Yeah, actually, maybe. Yeah, the pond is only banned simply because Spawn 2 can't build to the north. Like, it, yeah, it's definitely one of those maps that like it's just so close to being playable. It kind of hurts. I mean, nobody really wanted to play the pond anyway. It's too rush focused, I think, and
Yeah.
cornucopia. It's a cornucopia rush map. It's the that's fine for it being banned. Yeah. So I guess we're saying goodbye to Lipasan.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think anyone's that mad anymore since no one really likes
I
it
mean, no,
anymore.
nobody really played that map much anyway.
It's gonna upset Dan, man.
The
It used
community
to
is
be a
gonna be
fan favorite, but
furious, but people are
The
gonna
community's gonna
understand.
be curious.
The community's
I
gonna
mean,
go crazy,
half the
but it
people
was...
who like it don't even play. So
Yeah. Like if you're playing competitive, you're mostly playing on the
like
fair maps. If you're playing casually
Zero to
speaking,
Hero, like Zero to Hero likes it, and he's never played.
yeah, exactly. Like people who like this map will still play it. Like you can play this. Like if you want to just do like friendlies, boom, play this map. It's fine. Um, yeah, but competitively, no, we really shouldn't be using this map as like a competitive thing, like to determine who wins a tournament
Yeah,
or
and
not.
also we have two better water maps that are replacing it.
Yeah.
Even though if they don't really play the same as Leap was on,
Yeah.
they are water maps. So yeah, I'm goodbye.
Mm-hmm. Goodbye. All
Au
right.
revoir.
And then the map where only one hero is viable, and if you deviate from this hero, you will lose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Avast.
Yes.
The
It's
main gripe is it is slightly unbalanced
Mm-hmm.
because what is it, half a second for the north spawn?
It is actually like a full second for North Spawn. Actually, it's not even half a second. It might even be 2 seconds. North Spawn has the advantage on the gold brick.
it's definitely
Yeah,
not 2
but
seconds.
I would say
But
it's like half a second. Mediocrity got to it about the same time. I just got it because I ESP'd him.
Yeah, you have to.
I'm
use
assuming we
ESP.
both just insta-blitzed it. The north spawn also has easier access to. There's one on the other side, but the
Yep.
bottom spawn has a brick to the bottom right, so it
Yeah,
can
but you have
easily
to.
get that.
You have to
Yeah, but
break
you have
trees
to
for
break
that one.
trees. Top Spawn can
Yeah.
just go, oh no, what will I ever do if Spawn 2 took my gold brick? There's another one right here I can grab. Oh wait, there's the
Yeah.
ones in the trees. Yeah, it's like Spawn 1 has so much better like gold brick placement. Like even then, like it is still a terrible idea for Spawn 2 to go to that right brick. Because by the time player 1 picks up the first gold brick, they'll get the idea and just go to the other brick, and it's already they still can get the second brick. It is really really bad for Spawn 2.
And also, the meta is literally just Alien Queen and Trooper Rush. There's basically no other option.
Yeah, one strategy. There's literally like It is.
I mean, what else do you do on a vast? It's
And
just
it's not
that
even like
small of a
something
map.
where you could like ninja master and like win if you get lucky.
No.
It's one of the worst maps for ninja
In
master.
rebalance, it's certainly better, but here,
My comment
Yeah.
on the map is that the meta for it is very toxic, and we did ban Classic Space for being toxic. That's
Yeah,
all I'm going to say.
Yeah, this is definitely a map that Classic Space players would have like went all in on in tournaments, and not for the best reasons because it is just it's not super unfair. No, it is. It's unfair,
Honorable.
and
I mean, it's like the Dead Marsh level unfair.
yeah,
It's not like Light was on.
it's not lay puss on. Yeah, but I don't know. Spawn 1 can get that second gold brick so much easier than player 2's gold brick. But another
Like
thing
even
too,
then, the winner is whoever gets the first gold brick 99%.
most of the time,
90%
yeah.
of
I
the
mean,
time.
it's also just whoever learned the trooper meta, which it's just I don't want to lab that.
In all honesty, a map that could function as a skill check for like rushing and getting your stuff out fast and like being quick on the draw with this ESP is fun in theory, but it's also like if this is supposed to be the map, it's executed very poorly. It's not symmetrical. There's clear advantages, and most people probably do think that like grinding out these sorts of min-maxing plays is not the funnest way to enjoy the game.
I agree full heartedly, and like
I
if
say
you
when you
want,
optimize too far, you optimize the fun out of it.
it, well, another thing
Yeah.
too about this map is like if you want a really like hyper competitive lock in type map, we have Alpha Sector.
Exactly.
We have cross not
Yeah.
crossover
The Vast,
cross island.
like I picked the Vast in the finals just because I know I had essentially 100% chance of winning.
Yeah,
Like there wasn't any way for him to like weasel,
no, you
I
can't.
guess, like the counter pick because like it's straight up the only way I lose is if I mess up. It's all
Yeah.
on like it's all in my hands basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a map where like you go, okay, I'm losing. I will play this map.
Well, Royal
Yeah, but
Alpha,
you'd have to
Rin,
be a faster player.
Yeah.
what is the consensus on the map?
Bro,
Honestly,
Mm.
I
Love
would
is
say
I would say ban in vanilla and keep it in rebalanced and fun light.
really? Oh yeah,
Yes.
Funlight would be insane on this map. This is definitely one of those maps where Funlight just goes.
I would say it's
crazy.
not. If it was actually didn't have a toxic meta, I would say just keep it. But because there's only one option,
Because I
I'm
mean,
in
our
favor of
options
banning
here
it.
are either ban a Vast or ban Alien Queen and Commander, which that is
That's
not happening anytime soon.
that's all.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we're not
We're
banning
not
those
doing a
two.
reverse water map.
No, we're not. It's yeah.
Yeah, you can play Alien Queen and Commander on every map but a Vast. I say
Free map, but a Vast.
just
Even
ban
then,
it and
Well,
maybe
if we do that, then everyone's just gonna play Ninja Master on a Vast.
or Queen.
Or Queens.
yeah,
it's-
Queen.
So now you've narrowed the one option to two options. Congrats.
Yeah.
I would say just balance alone. It's not ban worthy, but just because of the fact that there's strategy is why I would vote to ban it.
Yeah. Yeah, I say ban it.
Seconded.
Hmm.
Are you guys pleased with how the tier list has shaped up?
I want to go back
I
to
like it.
Outbreak. I think we have to do some big like once this map is unbanned, we got to do a lot of matches on here because I want to see if it's as
Also,
bad as people would say.
If anyone's available, we can like just play these two maps
Not me
after
today.
this call.
Not me, but maybe later.
Okay.
Actually, hold up.
Royal, the water map specialist.
What?
I was gonna say, if either of you two wanted to just play on these maps after this call, just see how they play.
As I'm a bit busy after the call, but I could play later tonight.
Okay.
Speaking of
Okay,
the
so-
call, do we just end it now? currently have a
I-
minute,
Oh, we got
an
do you
hour
want to
and
do custom maps real quick?
I have this one.
I don't really
I have this
know
list.
anything on.
Oh, yeah. If you want to do that, I'm gonna set up the. Oh, hold up. I already can do yeah.
So this is just strategies where we think overall each strategy goes. So Mountain Rush, Trooper Rush, Group of 9, Ninja Master, Ballista Rush, Quad Assault Ship, 3T3, Defense, Clipper Rush, Battleship Rush.
Oh, there's no
I would
ballista.
say right here,
Oh,
Ballista.
Okay.
So I would say, I don't know. I think the current best strategy is Ballista Rush.
Ballista
That's
Rush
just
is S tier. It is the thing that I default to now. Like Queen, Ballista Rush. Like I even do Alien Queen and Ballista. It's not super optimal, but
Still
I still
work.
do it because yeah, if my opponent is using Queen, I could like stun her to stop her from earthquaking everything and killing my ballistas.
And these two strategies on certain maps, they're equal to Ballista Rush, but they aren't as good on larger maps, but still about half the maps they're really good on.
Uh-huh.
I still think they're... I think these two and 3T3 are A tier.
we still cannot see
And
your
like,
cursor, so
Oh yeah.
uh,
Yeah, if you
uh,
like click on them, you can highlight them. So Trooper
Mount
Rush.
Rush, Trooper Rush,
Mount Rush, Trooper
and
Rush,
3T3.
and 3T3 are all decent strats.
Yeah,
well,
these are all meta, but not as good, I don't
I
think.
don't know. I think
I don't know, they
3T3
all
is
have their
still S
uses.
tier.
Yeah.
in my
think-
opinion, 3 tier 3 is still. I don't know if you guys could echo the opinion, but it's an S tier, although be it like map dependent if it beats Ballista Rush.
Yeah, it is still S tier. Like
Yeah, so
all
on
water
these maps, you're
pretty much.
not playing 3T3. For these ones, you could play 3T3. These ones, you're
large.
going to play 3T3, and these ones, oh, these three, I would say you play 3T3. These two, maybe not.
We still can't see your cursor.
Okay, so basically, obviously we just changed the list, but 8 of the maps, I would say you don't play 3T3 on,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'd say it's meta on 9 of them. I like the best strategy on 9 of them. Yeah, best tier. And then these two are like half the maps they're good on.
Okay.
Quad Assault Ship is probably just B tier, I would say. If 3T3 was banned, then it'd be really good, but it's just not meta.
I think Ninja Master is actually
Oh,
a very important skill check for newer players to overcome when it comes. I think it's an easy A tier. It's like an introduction to competitive if you kind of think about it.
yeah, but I mean, these two strategies you can run every single time for the most part and still win, but you can't do that for Ninja Master.
True.
Yeah.
I would say B tier, but I can get A tier since it's very effective.
I agree.
But is it better than Quad Assault Chip? I would say so. I think it's above Quad Assault Chip no matter what.
Let's see what we put the rest of the strategy in, and then we can discuss it further.
Boats, Clipper, I would say is C tier. Battleship D tier.
Yes.
I think battleships are better usually if you go for them because I think they can fight assault ships.
On what map though?
No,
Just Black
Um,
Seas, obviously.
battleships are worse. Clippers are, I would say, a whole tier better than battleships.
Really?
They do come out
Just because
faster.
cheap, they do the same DPS and they're
Yeah.
faster and cheaper. So I get the battleships have more range and health, but the first part of the match you're just dueling each other, and you'd rather have more and you'd rather just use clippers
Honestly,
instead of battleships.
your Clippers starts out and Battleship finishes.
Yeah. Yeah, what I did is if for whatever reason neither player uses assault chips, you use clippers until you like destroy the opponent's shipyard, then you start building battleships. That's what I used to do. But obviously assault chips push both of them down. Group of 9, where would you guys put that?
No, how the mighty have
Swamp.
fallen.
My favorite, used to be I hate it, but also I came around to liking it, and then now it's not super great. I mean, it's still something that like you've got to be scared of when you see your opponent going for this.
I would say C tier. The problem
C
is its
tier?
biggest weakness. Its
Yeah.
biggest weakness is 3T3, which is an S tier strat.
Unless you're going for Sheriff.
Yeah, that's true. On I can't click, but on Pulsar and Devil's Horn, it's the best strategy still, but there's not much of a purpose to build it anywhere else at this point. So, B or C tier, I would say.
I trust your
you guys.
judgment. The only argument I want to have for it is like the matchup is dependent on both what your opponent picks and the hero. I don't know if I want to put it up above Assault Ship. I haven't been playing recently, so I will trust your judgment more. I feel like you echo my ideology here very well.
I think it is still worse than Quad Assault Ship, but I think it still has its place in the meta. I think more so than Clipper Rush. Clipper Rush has fallen off a lot because it's just more Assault Ship heavy on more maps.
Group of 9 technically is like I don't want to say safe. I would say it's kind of the safest, but like it just loses against so much. But it like only slightly loses, really.
Yeah.
But it still loses. Yeah, high C tier, low B is my pick. I think it's better than Clipper Rush for sure, but worse than Quad Assault Ship. And then defense in general.
I sadly don't see a reason where this can be. I don't see a reason where just building a tower is more effective than building anything else.
Well, this just represents like camping, which doesn't have to be a tower.
I mean, yeah, towers, walls, whatever you have it's just not good. The resources you invest into being safer as a base are just so overshadowed by the resources your opponent gets just by building offensive. I see no reason where an assault ship worth of gold bricks spent on walls and siege towers is ever gonna not siege towers, regular towers is ever gonna outperform assault ships.
Well, even then, if
unless
you like
it's
just
in Fun Light.
camp, unless you just, I mean, even if you like camp with 4 ballistas, it's not. You're at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
There's, I think, a few maps it could work on, but for the most part, there's just such an advantage being the attacker.
Yeah.
Mainly because of the gold bricks. If you play passive, it just doesn't work. I think.
Do we circle back to Ninja Master now?
Oh yeah, we can. I was just gonna say, like, I'm gonna use Weldon for an example. He was in the Val era, like, while things weren't as optimized, he won pretty much all of his matches. Like, he had one of the best win rates, but now his strategy's kind of like fallen off a lot. Just because the game's optimized, I would say. But yeah, Ninja Master.
Okay. Yeah.
It's good on. It's good on more than half the maps, but it's a risk. It's a calculated risk.
Yeah, I mean it's something you always need to be aware of, and it's something you always need to like think about like you using it or your opponent using it. It's necessary.
Ninja Master's existence is why Sheriff isn't S tier.
Yeah.
They, like,
Oh no, Sheriff still sucks on small maps without
I-
Ninja Master.
No, I want to say Ninja Master just purely counters Sheriff. It is one of
Oh, yeah.
the most lopsided matchups. Sheriff has really lopsided matchups. He's like incredibly lopsided. And Ninja Master just kind of is just one of those prime examples of it. I really think if Ninja Master wasn't in the game, Sheriff would be a lot higher. Just because things you could do with Sheriff, Ninja Master's like, no, you can't do that.
Hot take. I think if Ninja Master didn't exist, Sheriff would only be. I still think he's worse than Alien Queen and Queen.
Oh, for sure, he's still
in the
worse than
terms
two.
of like the whole picture. Obviously, he's better on larger maps.
Yeah. I think though Ninja Master kind of keeps him in his place. He keeps a lot of heroes in their place. Like he's kind of like a skill check for players too.
So
Yeah,
we
my
keep
opinion,
in the day.
third best.
I have one more.
Yeah.
I have one more thing to share.
Yep.
So I don't know. Can you see my mouse? It's not. I made a tier list based on whether or not
Oh my goodness.
on which maps are viable or not.
Among Us.
So
Among Us map.
yeah. So yes. So I don't know. Royal, do you want to talk about these two Funlight maps that you played?
Okay, is this
I
talking
do
about
like the
Funlight
one-
or?
No, for vanilla. If we're to do vanilla matches, these two I probably.
I'm telling you
probably
right
knows.
now, that one
Hell
map
no.
with the billions of trees in the middle is not working outside of Funlight.
I am gonna
Okay,
have to
that's fine.
apologize, people, but I believe I am currently running out of time. The call has
Oh.
been. The recording is currently at 1 hour and 20 minutes long. I will have to
Okay.
be gone in 10 minutes, and I am running out of disk space. So
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
this
think
is
we
like
could
a
end it
joke
here
list.
then.
We can
Yeah.
end it here for today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if we want.
I mean,
This is more of like a theoretical. I just made this out of
Yeah, this
like
is this-
real quick.
This isn't even for vanilla, so.
No, it's not. Yeah, so I think this is a good way to do things. I'm glad we talked about the maps, what's viable, what's not, the strategies, and all that stuff.
Yeah, let me put my let me screenshot them and put them in balanced discussion, and I'll make the announcements.
Yeah, I'm still a little on the fence on Outbreak, but it's something to try out. We're trying things to see if it can work out.
well then, thank you for all for participating. I'm very happy to be included.
Yeah, I'm glad I was here for this
Thank
one
you
this
for
time.
recording.
Glad I was here.
I am going
Yeah.
to send you guys. Did I send you guys the recording for the previous session as well? Because I feel like the edit is currently a bit half baked, and I will not have time for like the next couple of
I
weeks.
said I wasn't here.
Yeah, so yeah, there's a few that I think I think it did need to be like slightly edited, but yeah, I think I have the first one.
Oh,
All right, I will see you guys later.
goodbye, everyone.
Yeah.